Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. Hi, Patty. Hi, Kevin.
Donna, I copy and pasted that link that you said used for Sunday programs, but I notice it's still showing up as allowing me to admit people. So
As what?
I can admit people. It says 2 people are entering and all that.
Yeah, you're still logged in. You're still logged into the account.
From before, you mean? Should I?
Yeah, you wouldn't be showing up this way if you weren't logged in. So
You want me to log out and do it again then?
no, we'll just you should change your name though.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Rainey.
Good morning, Dharma.
Hi, Hemant.
Morning, Rainey.
Well, hello, Michael. Good to see you again.
See you, man.
Good morning, Alejandra.
Good morning. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm going to test a new pair of earplugs.
Okay.
Let me see if you can hear me.
Can you talk about what Red Nation's demands are? All right, yes. So
Somebody's got their, yeah, hang on, let me mute some people.
the first being education. So this is referring.
Hello, if you are not Alejandra or me, can you please mute yourselves?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, so we're good.
Okay, I will start your interpretation then. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, Elise. Hi, Gio. Good morning, Venerable Tenzin Lamo.
Good morning.
Hi, Laura.
Good morning, Donna.
Good morning, David.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning, Venerable Chuying. Good to see you.
Good morning, Donna. Good to see you too.
Good morning, Robbie. Good morning, Anthony. Hi, Susie. Hi, Arlene. Hi, Julie. I see Laura's got a young friend with her. Good morning. And Geshe Gellick is here.
Please have a seat. Good morning, Venerable Lamo.
Morning.
Good morning, Venerable Ching,
Good morning, Geshe-la.
Venerable Tenzin Lamo. Good morning, Masi. Good morning, Pandit Pati. Good morning, Elise. Good morning, Julius. Good morning, or good evening, Kevin.
Good evening, Geshe-la.
Good morning, Children Alexander. Good morning, Govina. Good morning, Dr. Watkin. Good morning, Marcelo Fernanda, Patagonia. Good morning, Laura. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Susie. Good morning, Lee. Michael, good morning. Rainley, good morning. Lara, good morning. David, good morning. Arlena,
Good morning.
William, good morning. Carolina, good morning. President Alexandra. Good morning, Anthony.
Morning, Geshe-la.
Good morning to your dog too. Good morning, anybody watching on YouTube. Good morning. Good morning, Patricia. Patricia, no, good morning, maybe good evening. Oh yeah. Yeah, Lamula will lead the prayer.
So to start with Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times. Teyata Om Mune Mahamunaye Soha Teyata Om Mune Mahamunaye Soha Teyata Mune Mahamunaye Soha. And now the Medicine Buddha stanza and mantra. Go on with equal compassion for all, whose name, when merely heard, dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis light. Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze raja samugate soha teata om bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze raja samugate soha teata om bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze raja samugate soha teata om bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Now the four measurables. Okay. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. Now the verse and praise and mantra for Buddha Chenrezig, not veiled by any fault, white in color, whose head a perfect Buddha crowns in light. Gazing compassionately at all beings, to you, Chenrezig, all seeing one, I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Now the verse and praise and mantra for Green Tara.
Maybe can you please recite the mantra three times? So then all my friends, if it's possible, so then please visualize space before you visualize either His Holiness the Dalai Lama or like forearm Chenrezig, whatever is like suitable for your mind. Just visualize that. If you're visualizing the forearm Chenrezig, then visualize a form of light. Distance is like around 5 or 6 feet from your body. The height is like a level of your third eye. So then when Venerable Lamula will recite the mantra 3 times, so then please visualize that light emitted from the either His Holiness body or the Chenrezig's body, light emitted. Probably white light emitted from Chenrezig. Typically, we usually when you're visualizing purifying something, so that typically, generally speaking, the light should be white, but you can also visualize white light from the crown, red light from the throat chakra, blue light from the heart chakra, yellow light from the navel chakra. So then green light from the secret chakra, you can visualize that. So then dissolve into your body, so then all the problems that related to the pride or arrogant completely purified. Okay.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
So then your body like completely free from pride or arrogance. So then you become very generous persons. Okay. Now, second time, suppose visualize that light emitted from Genesis body, so then dissolve into your body, completely purify all the problems that causes by jealousy.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
So then become like, how to say, like, now you yourself become very, you yourself free from the jealousies and all the problems that caused by jealousy has been completely purified. You yourself become free, completely free from jealousy, and not just that, and become very ethical, very ethical persons. So then the third recitation, so all the problems that causes by doubt. I mean, like negative doubt, not having a faith in yourself, not having a faith in very practice that you do in daily basis. All the problems that causes by doubt, doubt that not believing in yourself that you can eliminate all the obscurations, so then has ability to become enlightened and best case scenario in even this life, all of that doubt completely purified. So then your life become free from doubt. So then you you become very patient person. Okay.
Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Next chant, so visualize all the problem that causes by not knowing the fact or ignorance, caused by ignorance, all the mistake, then together with all the stress by mistake, all of them completely purify. So then your life becomes free from that negative doubt and gain full confidence in yourself. Then to visualize that you do every positive things with full of joy, not just do that, full of joy.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
So the next round of chantings, all the problem that causes by attachment, clinging so tightly on something causes all the stress and fear, anxiety caused by that, like clinging on something, completely purify, then your life becomes completely free from that clinging mindset, clinging so tightly on your life become free from that. So then you yourself become very mindful, and your level of concentration increase tremendously.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
So now the last round of chanting, all the problems that are related to the hatred or anger, all the pain, stress, anxiety, fear caused by anger completely purify. Your life become free from anger. So then you're like the wisdoms, wisdoms increase tremendously. Your wisdom increase tremendously. Become very wise, very wise. Okay.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Oh yeah, very good. So then continue.
The green Tara, verse of praise and mantra. Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from all fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Now the refuge in Bodhicitta prayer led by Geshe-la.
So why I chant referring to the prayer? So you should develop positive intentions for the class. Okay, for this positive intentions. The best form of positive intention is of course bodhicitta. Bodhicitta. Okay. Sanje chodan soje chonam la chanjo bandon dane jambo dabe chushi jibe sonam je dola penja sanje doba. Sanje chodan soje chonam la chanjo bandon dane jambo dabe chushi jibe sonam je dola penja sanje. Sanje chodan soje chonam la chanjo bandon dane jambo dabe chushi jibe sonam je dola penja sanje doba cho. Tata la me na mi ji ombo da ja jin la so chu chu la cha wa cha ba na sa ja su ro ro shi shi de we ju ba de ta shi ja ta be chu ni chi. Na mo la ye ge da lu da ni jin ge chu bon da da mi ye ge na na do wa hu ja na cha da. Tam je ge do da ge chu de do kan ge tu ze ni so da wa tam je ba. temperature ne tete ba godam da la chao chen. Oh yeah. So Elise requests me to talk a little bit about environment or academic level. I don't have any knowledge about environment. Probably not qualified to give talk on the environment. But same like in my hometown or Tibet, in like there's not much book has been written in academic level, written about environment. So that does not mean like people like not think about environment as a monk. So when you take a vows, you are not allowed to certain part of you, certain types of your vows that you are not allowed to dig the ground for not very good reasons, and you are not allowed to trash outside, for so those things have been mentioned. So of course the environment is very important. All of us know. Of course, Tibet is Tibetan culture and traditions very deeply rooted in Buddhism from hundreds of years. So then there are large number of like monks and nuns in Tibet. People look up to them, respect them wholeheartedly. Whatever advice they give, so they take into their heart much as possible. Therefore, all the trees and the lakes, mountains are protected, completely protected. Based on Buddha's teachings and based on certain belief that is associated with our way of life. We consider mountains are it's like we don't see them as a like source of wealth. We see them as like something precious. Water, lakes is something very precious. We don't look at them as like possessions or wealth. So therefore, before 1959, all the trees been completely protected. Nobody dig the mountains. Nobody like. There's no. Even though inside the Tibet there are business people who makes money, like delivering goods here and there, selling goods, but we don't have mining business. We don't have logging business. There's no logging business. There's no mining business. You don't see there's like tons of boats on the lake, even though we do have lakes, many lakes, big lakes. You don't see even just one single boat. If you see the boat, probably there's no engine. It's just like manual boat. There's no boat that's powered by engines. There's none of them exist there. I'm not sure how. There's only 2 cars that belongs to His Holiness Dalai Lama. That's it. There's no other car. There's only 2 vehicles inside Tibet. That probably belongs to His Holiness Dalai Lama. There's no other vehicles. So people live. They live their life. Their lifestyle is very environment friendly. They live their life. Like they don't talk about environment, but they live their life. Majority of the Tibetan people either nomad or farmers. So like, so that clearly shows like So even the cutting of trees, even cutting one tree, that take it very seriously. So you do all kind of rituals before you cut. not necessarily, oh, let's cutting tree will probably reduce the amount of rain, because they are worried, because maybe there's some spirit may living with the trees. So therefore, they don't want to disturb the spirit. So therefore, they do rituals, performance, request the permissions to, to move them somewhere else, to cut the trees. Maybe not to make a money, because in certain case, they're like when you build a like temple, you do need some wood. So that's all I can say. How the rest, Elisa. So that's a long time ago, maybe 13 years ago, the news came to my house asking me about the same question, like, do Buddhists teach about environment? And I told the same thing, we don't talk about environment, but we live our life according to environment. So then, so change is inevitable. Change is inevitable. Change, whether there's environment, season, people, our mind, our interest, everything change. Everything's changing. It will change. It will change. So that also need to keep in mind. So my point is like that your mind cannot be like so much disturbed by. So like, sometimes there are like, yeah, of course, like when you see the large number of trees being cut, it's kind of like, it's not, you are not really happy to see that all these trees being cut when you think how long it takes one tree to grow in full capacity. It takes like, some of the trees take like 20 years to grow. It's kind of heartbreaking, but if your whole day is like upset by that kind of like, maybe that's not the very skillful way of showing. I think it's not very good if your life has been very much disturbed by that event. So we need to think like in practical level what we can do as an individual person, what we can do in day-to-day life. We can make sure that we can be mindful that everything that, here in the West, you have very good system that you recycle certain things. So, we can be more mindful towards that. So, so whatever needs to be recycled, then you recycle them, make sure that you don't throw into them. They're here also like two garbage cans. One is like green, one is like, here it's kind of like yellow, looks like yellow, but so I myself trying I myself trying all my best to, if somebody accidentally put something there, I just open that, pick it up. I'm not in my home, pick it up, I just put it into the recycle. And that, without educating them, without whoever does that, without educating them, I just voluntarily pick them up. Doesn't cost much energy, I just pick them up, put it into recycle. Then sometimes it gets up to here, so that you end up telling people not to do that, but most of the time it gets here, then it goes down. Sometimes it gets here, so then you tell them something where to put. Yeah, something like that, so otherwise, if your life has been like rude, like upset all day long, what good comes out of that upset? Practically not really. Doesn't really change. But you are so upset, then you are saying like negative things after negative, like about people who are logging. So then that goes on. There's a negative after negative. Then it's not. Yeah, whatever you said is the truth. It's right, but repeating that again, then negative thought one after another, probably not good. Or maybe you can plant more trees. So need to think about the solutions rather than just, you're just upset. So when you look at every house has wood, every house has a wood, every single house, even the person that who is very upset. So like, and one of my friends, he's always talks about environment things. He's very upset most of the time. So then I told him that he disagree with me, but I cannot lie. So I say, solution is like kindness is the solutions. Kindness is the solutions, So like my friend very much want to talk to the, what do you call, I'm not sure, like the people go to the woods, so some people, they feel like they're like talking to them. I cannot say either they are talking to them or not talking to them. I cannot say. Are they communicating with, if they're communicating, if your mind is like in peace or if your mind is kindness, maybe the communication will be much better. We cannot communicate if there's like spirit in the wilderness, any form of spirit. If your mind is very negative, you can't communicate. You cannot communicate. You cannot visualize. You cannot communicate. The best way to communicate, if there's communicating, the best way is to have positive mindset. That's the best way to show sympathies. Then he sent me photos of all this large number of trees been cut down, burned. I said, you have point. I'm not saying whatever you're saying is wrong. What I'm saying here is I'm worried that you are driven into negative mindset, one after another, every single day. Nothing good comes out of that. So that needs to be think about. If you are not happy, you cannot, even if you want to change some people, you can't change people with negative mindset. Only way you can change people is with a positive mindset, through kindness, loving kindness, compassion. That's the best way to change other people's mindset and make sure that maybe something positive will come out of that. Nothing good comes out of negative mindset. Either they're related to the environment, anything, nothing good comes out of that. So I don't want to encourage, you are right, and then goes on, then goes back to Native American, then all kind of things, So then it's not whatever you are saying is the truth. It happens, but repeating that, then fueling your negative mindset, it doesn't do any good. Practically, it doesn't do any good. If it does something good for you, or for maybe it will bring all the tree back to life, so there's something good thing to do, but it won't. So you do what you can do in daily basis, and I did not told him that we all have wood in our house. Probably not the right time to say, but practically we all have wood. Where the wood come from? It's come from trees, But I didn't say it's probably not the right time to say, but it might be back in my mind. Change is inevitable. Everything will change. Universe begin, universe will dissolve. You can't really prevent it. Will dissolve because it will evolve again. It will be start all over again. Then eventually it will dissolve. So everything that grows, eventually it will come down. Doesn't mean it will come down for forever. It will kind of it will evolve again by itself. I think. Yeah, so in Tibet, there's not much talk about environment. But here in the West, there's so much been said, but sometimes too much information. then we observe everything, then your mind become upset, so then practical, there's really little you can do. Peace of your mind is the critical part of success, peace of your mind. So, so make sure that throughout the day, so whatever you see, witness, see, hear, something tragic, you pray, you pray out of compassion, you pray, something good you see, hear, you rejoice and pray again, continuously flourish that goodness throughout every corner of the world. No matter, like, you remember in Lama Chopa, Dona Sangen, Nawa Chichaya, Dona Sange, Sang, good, Nye, tragic. Whatever you witness, either is good appearances or is something negative appearances, you always try to use them to boost your bodhicitta. Dona Sangen, Nawa Chichaya, Chugun, Tongen Yamiji, Chanju Simni Pega, Lamju, the Idebaji Gomba, Chinjelos. The result, then you will enjoy Idebaji. Ide, mental happiness. Bashi means you just enjoy mental happiness because you are utilizing their appearance either positive, you rejoice and pray. Wish that positive or goodness will flourish every corner of the world. If there's tragic, then you pray out of compassion. So then, like directly or indirectly, it's like increasing your bodhicitta, So the result, then you will enjoy just mental happiness. So that Benjalos are choosing Janse, fourth Benja Lama, one who composed Lama Chopa, has been mentioned in the Lamrim section of the Guru Puja, before few stands before the 6 professions. So Dona Sangen Nawa Chijan Chukuning Tongen Yamji Chanju Simni, wishing bodhicitta and engaging bodhicitta. Utilize those to increase or boost these 2 types of bodhicitta. So that's what's been mentioned in Lama Chopa, So there's something needs to be put into practice, okay? Otherwise, everything is complicated. So there's no one solutions. You practice as much as possible. Other hand, need to be aware, everything will evolve. Everything will evolve. We can't pretend that we can fix everything. No, you can't fix everything. But we think we can fix everything, but there's a reason. It's much more complicated than we think. Okay, Elise, that's all I want to say about environment. So that's my knowledge is very limited. Next time when people ask,
Geshe-la, the reason that it's important to think about environment today is that there are people of faith all around the triangle and all around the world praying together today to support our leaders because they're meeting for a UN climate change conference in Glasgow, Scotland from October 31st to November 12th. So churches and people, individuals of faith all around the world today are joining all our voices together, something positive we can do to pray for them to make wise and meaningful decisions that will result in positive action around the world. So thank you, Geshe-la. Also tomorrow, if people who live in the Triangle, we're meeting at 5 o'clock at the Unitarian Church in Wade Avenue in Raleigh to form a human prayer chain for the same purpose, to just pray to give our leaders support and strength to make good decisions at the United Nations Climate Conference. Thank you, Geshe-la.
yeah, I think the core problems that putting up the money first above everything else, that's the biggest problems, putting up money before everything else, even your life. So that's, it's all unfortunately driven by greed and power. Yeah, so we all pray, so good things that now people are more aware, they are more and more they are aware of environment. That's a good thing. Then there are a lot of that's good. A lot of the religious leaders that talk of environment. It's also good, but ultimately need to separate money and importance of environment can go together. So need to prioritize money or environment. Long as money was prioritized, so then yeah, you probably see a lot of meetings talking, but very little actions. So it's been struggling like year after year. The conference, that high level of delegate meet, so nothing happens. So then it's all, yeah. As I say, I firmly believe that yeah, we pray for every little goodness in the world. Same time that you are fully aware that everything that eventually will change. Okay. Thank you very much. It is organizing that. So yeah, so then we'll all pray. Okay. Then last how much time now we have?
About 15 minutes, Geshe-la.
Oh yeah. So so last Sunday, so I probably explained this, meditations all the way to analyzing self and hoping that we'll find object of negations, object of negations. Like in order to meditate on shunyata, there's 4 critical points. First one is identifying object of negations. You understand? Huh? Or maybe or if maybe you say something better in English, what that means, object of negations. If anybody understand? Huh? No? Here we are talking about shunyata, what it means, it's very important to analyze notion of self. We cannot just go along with that. We need to analyze what it really means, I. It's very important to analyze. Why? Because so much has been developed based on that sense of self. It's very important to understand what the self, how you define the self. It's very important in order to eliminate all the problems that based on sense of notion of self. There's so much problems been piled up on that. So it's very important to analyze the notion of self. Maybe there's so much of them can be eliminated. Once you find out the true nature of self, maybe there's so much fear, anxiety, stress can be eliminated. Once you analyze the notion of self, it's very critical. According to Buddhism, it's very important. This is the core, the practice to liberate yourself from all this problem for good. In order to do that, you need to understand what is shunyata, how to meditate on shunyata, and how it's been meditated on shunyata, how the meditation has been done on shunyata, what are those 4 principal points, why it's so important to identifying the object that needs to be negated, we cannot say this whole notion of self is completely right. That's not true. It's not true. It's not true. So therefore, it's very important to analyze when each time when you say, I am so something, that notion of self needs to be analyzed. So in order to analyze that, your mind needs to be like clear water, clear, still water. How you reach that, then I explain from beginning to end. So now here, same ji shatab. Same is mind, shatab, shak means place. Shak means place. Either you're placing your mind onto shunyata, compassion, bodhicitta, space between thought. There are six different types of method how placing your mind on something, how one should place your mind on something. There's like 6 different methods has been mentioned. So I just want to explain that to you. It says it's very, it makes your practice more meaningful, makes more productive. Nanjo tanda demba ches, nanjor practice, yoga practice, not different. Yoga is not different than practice. Yoga, the Sanskrit word, means practice. Nanjor in Tibetan word, the Tibetan word for yoga is called nanjor. Nanjor means yoga, refers to your practice. Tanda demba means it makes your practice meaningful, means productive. So this 6 method makes your practice, in this case, it's the meditations. Meditations of placing your mind on something. Simply shatan, okay? So I remember that by heart to now. First one, whenever you're trying to place your mind on something, it suggests it should be like sun without cloud. That's the first one. Makes sense? Sun without cloud. That's the first one. Should be bright, you know. Should not be fuzzy, should be bright. Means should not have a lot of thoughts. Probably it's kind of like represent cloud. Should not be a lot of cloud. Or maybe unnecessary effort or unnecessary force. Unnecessary, or you could say over applications, unnecessary analyzing, unnecessary investigating, unnecessary concern, all of that, you know. Tinda tawe nishishas. Sun, which is free from cloud. Place your mind like sun that is free from cloud. First one. Chungchen kala dinshishas. Tinda tawe nishishas. Chungchen kala dinshishas. Chungchen, big bird. Chungchen means big bird. Ka, sky. Ding means glide. Glide. When you meditate, you go like this all the time, probably not necessary. Why you go this all the time? You only need 1, 2, and 3, then you glide. When you're gliding, don't do that. That's not good. Let yourself glide, you know. Chujin kala dinshishas. Meditate, you know, so then there's putting extra force, not necessary. You need to recognize your meditation is like gliding, So then you go there, you use all your energy. Maybe you fall down because now there's no more energy left. Instead of gliding, probably you fall down. Chungche kala ding shishas, chungche, big bird, ka, sky, ding, glide, floating. When you're floating, don't do that. Maybe once a while you need few of them, then you glide again. Don't do all the time like this. So that's not really good. Chungchen kala ding shisha. Second method. First one is place your mind like sun that's free from cloud. Second, place your mind like big bird gliding in the sky, deep in the sky. That means no flapping. How is it? Flapping? Huh?
Flapping.
No flapping. Only few, not constant, like all the time. Not good. Janzu chimpi sinshisha, jatso, ocean. Yeah, surface. There's always there's some kind of movement, but deep down it's very still, like that. You are placing your mind on whatever that might be, impermanent, precious human life. And this 6 methods particularly mentioned in the Mahamudra teachings. In this case, it's like analyzing conventional nature of your mind is not different than the focus, placing your mind space between thought. So then when that become like clear water, so then you develop separate set of mind, then analyzing the notion of self. So that meditation here. Like huge oceans, surface, there's always some kind of movement. Deep down, still not moving, like that. Meditation should be like that. Even though surface level something happened, but deep down is always firm as a mountain, like that. Okay. Puchung hagang tashin shas, puchung hagang tashin shas. Child. Number 4, method number 4, Pujung Hagang Tashin Shas, child looking at. In this part, it used like temple. It doesn't have to be temple, it can be museum, it can be amusement park, it can be anything. But temple is used as example. When you bring a child into the temple, child looked. No stories, no judgmental thought. See just as it is. Just is. No judgmental thought. No stories. It's just see as they are. We don't. We look at things with judgmental mind. We have tons of opinions. We judge things. Child don't. So meditation should be like that. Placing Simji Shatab. These are called 6 methods of 6 types of method how to place your mind on object. That's what it's called. 6 types of method how to place your mind on object. That's what it's called, okay? Pujulagata should be like that. Oh, it's not good, it's good, it's not good, or maybe not right, it's right, or maybe doing wrong, maybe not doing right. Not like that. Child looking at object. Should be, meditation should be, you're placing your mind on space between thought or analyzing self, should be like that. Method number 4. Kala Chapur Jeshishas. Number 5, method number 5, Kala in the space, not here, the deep sky. Chapur, the bird that flies in the, but you don't see the, what you call J usually means print, like J means foot, the handprint called J. When the bird flies through the space, through the sky, you don't see print. Do you see print? You don't see print. Oh, that's the method. The meditation should be like that. Kala chabur jeshin shas. Think about that. Kala chabur jeshin shas. Kala chabur jeshin shas. I'm not sure what that means. If you are confused, I don't blame you because I myself, I don't know what that means. Kala chabur jeshin shas. So probably there should be some commentary. I'm not kala chabur jeshin shas. That's the method number, what, 6? Kala chabur, that's a little bit hard to understand. Kala chabur. Anyway, so that's the method number 5, kala chabur jeshin shas. So number 6, repel dawa shindusha, repel dawa shindusha. See, when you are making a bed or when like putting something, all these wrinkles and why is the cloth, they're kind of like, so when you go like this, repel, there's a piece of fabric, that means like this. What do you call, I'm not sure what you call.
Shake it out.
Huh?
Shake it out.
Yeah, so you know what that means. Like that, you know, grab, you go like this, it's kind of smoothed out. You need to do that only one time. When it's smoothed out, you don't need to do it again. Need to be, you know, repel, dawa shindusha. Like, yeah, go like this one time, it kind of levels up. So that means you need to do only one time. You can't do again, then it will mess up. You just do it one time, it kind of level up. So that's the last one. Simji shatab didaki najo tunda temperture. Simji shatab didakis. This type of method, how to place your mind on something, will make your meditation more meaningful. That's the last 2 lines said. Simji shatab didaki. Simji shatab didaki najo tunda temperture. These 6 types of method, how to place your mind on object. In this case, as I mentioned earlier, conventional nature of mind and the ultimate nature of mind, which refers to shunyata. Simji shata didaki nanjotanda. That meditation, when you do that meditation, these 6 types of method, if you remember or implement, then your meditations become more meaningful and more productive. And like child watching inside the temple, that method has been highly praised by Lama Marba, Naropa, Telopa, Milarepa. That method has been highly praised by those great Kajuba masters, highly praised. Oh. Zero concern, zero judgment, zero story, just see as it is, just see as it is. Just see as it is. So, so then, you know, so meditation I already mentioned last Sunday, briefly mentioned, and whenever you get time, so then please do home. It is possible. So, you know, start with breathing meditation. If your mind is not settled, start with 21 breathing meditation or 9-round breathing meditations. 9-round breathing meditations that will clarify dust in the water. It will let all the dust settle into the bottom. Then your mind become like separate, completely separate. The dust is like refers to all kind of thought. It's all mixed. If you do 9-round breathing meditations, it will separate the dust and the water. So all the dust goes to the bottom. Then you see the water very clearly. Same mind, tongue, clear, kind of murky. So then also mentioned in the Mahamudra teachings, someday David Tebula Lunedunda Tangela, Lungro Kutu, Tatos Ribatani Labaches, Lungro Gutu, 9-round breathing meditations, Ribatani, it will separate murky mind and clear mind, it kind of separates. So then from there, when your mind becomes like that, then set up positive motivation, the best form of positive motivation, bodhicitta. So then out of that, then you start the meditation, okay? Yeah, time is out, so see you next Sunday. So last 2 Sundays, I overwent the time, so not sticking with the schedule. So, so see you next Sunday, okay? So then, yeah, so Venerable Hamula will do dedications and pray for meeting about environment, okay?
May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then, may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now the long life prayers. First verse, holiness, the land encircled by snow mountains. You are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Chen Reisig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. And a long life prayer for Sarah J. Kensei Rinpoche Jetsun Losam Dalek. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience, received the name Avatare, the one with great precision, who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa and Bliss and Void, Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition. Please remain until samsara ends. The long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You uphold the subduer's more way, who serve as a bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjana's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers honoring the 3 jewels, savor of myself and others, your disciples. Please, please live long. Then for Geshe-la and Geshe Sangpo's long, healthy, happy lives, we'll say 7 Tara mantras. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re Soha.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you, Lamula. Thank you, all of you. Have a wonderful Sunday.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you, Geshe-la. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Good morning, Ma.
Ho Chukriya Dhanyawad.
Buenas noches.
But, please say good morning to Jane. Janice, okay. Oh, Sandy. Oh, Louis. Oh, Louis, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Louis symbolizes happiness.
For 5 minutes.